Madam, we are here in respect of Clef Night Television, unity of Africa, the culture, the way of Africa, bringing Africa together in respective of your country in one umbrella. How do you see the ceremony?
It's very wonderful. It's awesome. It's something that I've always urged for. If Africa can really come together and integrate into the system of these people, it will be so, so wonderful. I'm happy. I love it.
Thank you, man. Let me go to you, sir. What is the major problem facing Africa coming together as one?
Well, here in the diaspora, no?
In diaspora?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a problem. Well, if you say it's a problem, okay. It's just a stigma of understanding. Because the issue on ground is that basically most Africans are blacks, okay? And so if we can go by that unification strength, as in you are black, I am black, and so let's work together, I think it will be easier to really mix. But when it comes to ethnicity, tribalism, cultural bringing, and certain backgrounds, different backgrounds from where we have grown up, and languages as well, that also is a factor that could be difficult to integrate into. But if we can at least speak a single language, okay, then it is easier.
Let me ask you, when you talk about the language issue, I know it's not possible for all Africans to speak in one languages because of different countries.
Yeah.
What about the areas of integration into the Spanish system? We live in Mallorca, for instance. You hear people saying speaking Castellano, which is their official language, is very difficult. Don't you think that is one of the problems?
Well, as in integrating into the system here for Africans, yes, the language is very, very important. The language is very important because with language you can be able to communicate.
Yeah.
But basically, like I always say, it is easier to mold when it is young and tender. You can mold into a shape. Yeah, but when it is old and hard, then if you try to mold, it will definitely break. So because of that, for those of us that have come all the way from Africa, we have come hard. Okay, so bending is not that easy. But some of us, when we try to bend, we may break. You understand? But our offspring, like the children we give birth to, they are young and tender. It is easier for this system to mold them and blend them in. So those ones actually are coming up with the cultures of this environment which we are. Because like I always believe and I always say, your environment is a judge. And it determines the kind of character or attitude you put up in your life. You know? So in the place where we are, when we come in, for example, like in those days when we came in, say like close to 20 years now, it would have been easier to integrate into the system quicker if we had a teacher. You understand? If we had a teacher, but there was nobody to tell us, oh, do this and do that so that you can be able to. And so we just went on and on and on until before we realized we needed to actually integrate. It was almost too late. Some folks are trying to integrate now the best they can. Yes, they'll do the best. But I tell you, the best that would be able to happen is our offspring getting into the system. I think that's what I know.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Back to Madam. Let's talk about the culture. We are Africans. You cannot take that away from us. How do you marry the African culture and the one we met here? Is it easy to merge both?
No, it's not really easy because African culture is quite different from the culture of these people. The things that these people believe is so much different from the way we have our own beliefs. Yeah, it is said that the woman is the head, it is the woman that must be in control. But it's not like that in Africa. Where we are coming from, our mothers were subject to our fathers. Our fathers were the head and the mothers were subject. So trying to merge it together is not easy. But what I will always advise Africans, let's not forget where we came from. Let's not forget our roots. Let us teach our children our roots. Because I believe in biblical, it is better to follow the way that the Lord has set it, that the man is the head. So, but that does not mean that we should also be ignorant of their culture. As far as we are living here, there are some things that are useful to us. In the area of the system, the way they systemize their things, the way they do things that has brought a lot of progress in their culture, let us copy that. It also will help Africans.
Okay, based on the initiative of Cleve Night Television, it's talking about integration, unity of Africa, culture, and business-wise. Do you think the government has made it easy for we foreigners to strive in business?
Anyway, I don't think that the government is sentimental here, because what government wants, also government is a business, they are into business.
Yeah, they're into business.
So I don't think that we welcome anybody that really wants to do business with them, as far as you can be able to abide to their laws. So, but what we Africans fear, we think that coming here, because most things that we are seeing here, we are not used to it in our place, in our country. African man can come out in a day and just put Gavi in front of the house and it's already a business.
Yeah.
But here is not, because it's a developed country, and they want to make sure that they put everything into the system so that the economy, the country also can benefit from it. So for me, I think Africa should be able to, we should be able to abide to that law, so learn it, because also it will help us. By the time we become an entrepreneur of our own, we also will know how to build our own business and economy. So it's not something that is bad. I know it's not easy. At first, it's not easy for you to be able to really go along with it. But as far as you start going in, you also will benefit, and the country will benefit.
Thank you very much. Final words to you, sir. Based on the initiative of Clement, do you think he has taken a step, or where do you see this project in the near future?
Well, it's this is a very good outfit, and I believe it's going high. I mean, it's actually, because I suppose it's the first.
Yeah, it's the first.
And if the first one could be as impactful as this, seeing people from almost all the arms of Africa coming together just to make it work, I believe it's going to affect the environment that we are in the shortest possible time. So I see this thing going very wide. I've seen it going really progressively, and it's going to make a headline very, very soon.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure having both of you. Thank you, and God bless you. Yeah. Sir, see what you do, you just hold the mic, You no, stay, madam, stay well. May I put Oga for center here? You hold the mic, You say, I am Mr. and Mrs. Then you say, Cleve Night Open Project, finish. Keep on watching, Yasta. Okay. Red carpet now.
All right.
We are
Thank you.
So family.
All right. We are
Mr. and Mrs. Moses Onose.
Keep watching
Cleve Night TV and Project. Bye. We love you.